الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب واحلم يجعل له وجه أحمده سبحانه وتعالى وأشكره وهو أهل الحمد والثناء وأشهد أن لا إله إلا هو وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله ومصطفى اللهم صل وسلم على عبدك ورسولك محمد وأهله وصحبه وسلم. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Almighty always for an opportunity to learn whether we are in accordance with our Lord's will or we are outside of our Lord's will. Allah Almighty has sent 124,000 prophets because it is Allah's will that He be known. And Allah says He's a treasure, a hidden treasure. So He created creation. And the whole point of us being here in existence is that Allah Almighty thought in His mind to bring us in existence so that we may know Him. That is why we're here. We're thinking that we're here to become rich and famous and to travel around the world and enjoy the material pleasures of this life. That is a very small part of why we're here. Allah is not saying don't enjoy yourself. But Allah is saying don't overindulge yourself in those things that will be of no value to us once we leave this life. We have come here to know Allah Almighty, not to know this world. Allah wants us to know something that transcends time and space and cause and effect. Life continues. Allah Almighty sent us here with a part of Himself that the secret of it is that it is ever revealing its secrets, ever evolving, ever increasing, ever exposing, ever making us aware, ever making us come nearer and dearer to that one who decided to bring us in existence, to know that being like we know ourselves, to be able to establish that being's will every place that we reside, whenever and however. He didn't send us here to be individuals, to be selfish thinking people, only thinking of ourselves and what our own desires are, creating division and havoc and confusion and disruption. He didn't send us here for that. He sent us here so that He will show all the creation that He's created who He is. Allah Almighty could not show who He is through the angels. Allah Almighty could not show who He is through the jinn. And so He created Adam from the lowest level of existence, from dunya, the lowest life, to show His power of who He is. Everything is to show who He is, what He's capable of doing, to bring something from nothing, to say be and it is, to raise people in existence, to say be and it is, to have people with the power to say within a twinkling of an eye, this shall be what it is. Parting the Red Sea, Allah says, I Say, he said, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And beloved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Allah Almighty is Lord of all power. He gives that power to whom he wills. He builds that person's kingdom or give the kingdom to whom he wills. And he takes the power from whom he wills. Takes their kingdom from whom he wills. He said, Allah Almighty said, Allah exalts whom he wills. Allah Almighty humiliates whom he wills. Allah Almighty has power over all things, from the smallest to the largest. So Allah sent 124,000 prophets to keep our awareness sharp. So we won't act like ignorant people, like animals, like beasts. Without guidance, we're like beasts. Allah says, I say, O Muhammad, to them, what your Lord does. He says, oh, my Lord will bring living from the dead and bring dead from the living. He will give you without measure. Without measure. But it's only one thing that keeps us from our Lord, and it is ourselves, our selfish selves, our beastly, animalistic selves, thinking only of our own desires. We will never know ourselves. Because the way to know Lord Allah Almighty is through ourselves. All the Old Testament said, all the New Testament said. Do you think there was a distinction in 124,000 prophets? They was talking about something else. They talked about a different sun, a different moon, a different sky. All of them that came after Adam talked about Adam. All of them that came after Abraham talked about Abraham. All of them that came after Moses talked about Moses. All of them that came after Jesus talked about Jesus. Why are they talking about beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when it was 1,500 years ago and Jesus was 2,000 years ago? Because we fell back into our beastly thinking, our beastly ways. And the world is not safe and will not be safe until we reconnect to that Allah Almighty has ordered us to connect to. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. That means that all 124,000 prophets that Allah sent, Old Testament, New Testament, and the Quran is one. There is no distinction. When he told the prophet that, peace be upon him, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that I'm sending you with the fount of abundance. All that I gave all the prophets is with you and your nation. And they have no other way to go there but through me. If they love me, then they should follow you. If they hate you, then they hate me. If they're going to rebel against you, they're going to rebel against me. And yet we rebel against the prophet, peace be upon him, by establishing our own thing. Thereby disconnecting ourselves and everybody else that's connected to ourselves to be something, and all it does is show up a humiliation. We are humiliated wherever we are. We don't even like ourselves, seeing ourselves, and those around us won't like us. You'll be scorned everywhere you go. That's the humiliation of Allah Almighty. And if you accept Allah and His apostle, then you will be loved wherever you go because Allah is irresistible.